Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Space. So guys, in today's video we are going to cover a couple of interesting, let's say, news and information, a couple of interesting charts for, BTC, altcoins, etc. And at the end we are going to look at overall, Pepe, Bitcoin and Kaspa, charts on TradingView. So guys, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And now guys, let's quickly, have a chat about crypto bubbles. Obviously, this sucks, okay? This feels, very, very bad. I don't even look at my portfolio, to be honest with you, but I'm not really emotionally influenced by these red bubbles. I don't really care because I know what is going to happen in the future. But we are going to talk about it, shortly. First of all, let's cover, a piece of information. So the reason why, we see that dump is because of the German government that, transferred another 175 million to exchanges, blah, blah, blah. So obviously German government is basically dumping some BTC. Now, very interesting thing is that Robert Kiyosaki, so he's saying that technical charts indicate biggest crash in history coming. Prices of real estate, stocks, bonds, gold, silver, Bitcoin crash. So guys, that can definitely happen, okay? I'm not saying that it will, but there is definitely a light in the end of the tunnel. He's saying that the technical charts indicate major long-term bull market cycle will follow. And that's something that I, watched in one video on YouTube, and the dude was basically saying that he experienced a very long cycle, I believe, over a decade. That was a super cycle, and that happened in the past. And I'm not talking about crypto, of course, right? So he's saying that possibly we could see gold trading at 15,000 USD per ounce, silver possibly at 110, and Bitcoin easily, he's saying easily $10 million per coin, okay? And now I wouldn't be surprised, okay, because the news we are, seeing in the last, let's say, couple of months, right, such as, states in United States, obviously buying Bitcoin, right? These huge companies, Sony opening, their crypto exchange, etc. And like all of these bullish news, they're obviously long term. This, this is the first cycle in which we have this big institutional adoption, right? And everybody is basically aping into Bitcoin, right? And of course, more money is going to flow into Bitcoin, right? More money is going to flow into altcoins eventually later, right? So I believe that the patience is key over here, and we are going to cover a couple of different, metrics as well. And later we are going to look at the charts and we are going to reevaluate them short term, okay? So now guys, this is Bitcoin's growth trajectory after the fourth halving, and this is where we are at the moment, right? And if we are going to compare these runs, okay, and here we are just at the beginning, okay? We are roughly at, let's say, 63-70 zone, okay, in that range. So basically we could technically, according to this, trade, let's say, anything between 560,000, okay, up to, let's say, 1,120,000, or even up to 4 million. Well guys, I know that it sounds crazy, but we've just experienced the halving event not that long ago, okay? So the cycle just started properly, okay? Shout out to Titan of Crypto, and this is a daily chart. So he's saying that Bitcoin is forming a local bottom. BTC striking similarities on BTC. And these are the striking similarities on BTC. It looks like it is forming the same price action it did in 2023. So guys, let's have a look at 2023, right? We saw that huge pump in March 2023, and then we got stuck in that range for a while. And then we had capitulation, right? The second time, and the first time we have reached that zone as well. And after that we traded upwards, right? And then we have exited. Nevertheless, there was a very long, zone in which we have been experiencing that boredom, right? So in 2024, this potentially could be the same case, right? So we could potentially, trade towards the upside, but, let's see. Now, let's quickly have a look at the liquidity to actually see what we can expect, all right? So this is Binance BTC USDT on a daily, firstly. And now, guys, we do have around, let's say, almost 1 billion USD worth of shorts, okay? So many people are actually shorting the market, right? And we do have that liquidity in that area, okay? So as you can see over here, right, we do have that liquidity in that zone in here. So more logical would be that we are going to trade upwards now and we are going to see that bounce. Of course, we could dip a little bit lower to grab that and exhaust that move, to grab the liquidity and exhaust the move, and then go towards the upside for BTC, okay? So, you know, later we are going to look at the monthly liquidity, okay? But firstly, let's look at this chart, all right? So this is a 3-daily chart for BTC's price, and shout out to trader Taringrade. He's saying that Bitcoin is in uptrend. BTC today fell back to the support trend line, which has been established since October 2023. The third touch point is usually effective. This level could be the base point of next bull run. So I think this is still bullish, you know, keeping that level as a support. And now shout out to Titan of Crypto. And now guys, Ichimoku analysis on a monthly chart, all right? So Bitcoin bull market pullback, right? BTC has experienced a 27% correction and is now retesting its Tenkan red on the monthly time frame. A bounce from this level seems likely. From Ichimoku perspective, unless a monthly candle closes below Kijun blue and confirms with the following monthly candle, Bitcoin remains bullish, okay? So, you know, that blue line is in here, okay? So potentially we could, you know, dip a little bit lower to retest this as a support. Hopefully not, but this is still a probability. Obviously that will be a huge, you know, dump, right? But that would basically confirm the thesis of Robert Kiyosaki, right? Meaning that we would see the dump, continuation of that current dump, and then we would, you know, go into that, let's say, super cycle, right? Because in my opinion, $10 million per Bitcoin, let's say starting in the end of 2025, that would be a super cycle. But of course the future is going to show. Let's see guys. And now another chart on a 3-daily chart, because we still have that cap and handle, right? So Bitcoin is located at the mid to end of handle in cap with handle pattern. This is a long-term chart showing what BTC did in previous 33 months back to October 2021. A bit volatile, could be seen within handle to touch upper and lower trend line, but once it breaks out, guys, we can see what is going on, right? We are still trading in that handle, okay? And I know it feels very, very bad, you know, looking at everything in here. I totally feel you guys if you are, you know, feeling like, you know, you are being shaken out. But usually these times are actually creating beautiful opportunities when everybody is scared, okay? So let's have a look now at the chart, all right? Let's firstly cover BTC on a 4-hourly time frame, okay? So let me go in here. And, you know, this is first of all this boring zone in which we are at, right? Let me just go back and delete that, okay? And we are basically bouncing back towards the upside, well, at least on the 4-hourly time frame for BTC, right? We are bouncing back from that, well, let's say a zone of opportunity, which I believe it is, to being honest with you, right? So we do have a level of support in here, and based on the technicals, you know, this move, in my opinion, is exhausted, right? Let's see what's going to happen. Well, 4-hourly time frame is showing, if it comes to stochastic RSI, is showing that we could potentially see some upside, right, and a proper bounce, right? But let's see. And now daily time frame, guys, for BTC, all right? This is how it looks like, right, on a zoomed out chart. So guys, we are still holding to that support, okay, that started, you know, the bull cycle first of all. And if we are actually going to look at this 200-day moving average, okay, so this is a little bit scary and, let's say, concerning. Nevertheless, guys, on the 4-hourly time frame, we are going back towards the upside. So let's see tomorrow what is going to happen. It's going to be, you know, bullish reversal, in my opinion, if we are going to close above that moving average, and we are going to see what is going to happen, right? But guys, I believe that patience is the key over here, right? I know that it feels bad because, you know, everybody was pretty much, you know, so happy, and now we are experiencing 20%, you know, dump for BTC. But again, these dumps, you know, these pullbacks, even in healthy bull markets, are actually happening. So, you know, nothing to be worried about, to be honest with you guys, in my opinion, okay? Now, Kaspa's chart, all right? And we have launched that support on the 4-hourly time frame. Well, temporarily there was a quick wick down, you know, towards levels of, you know, a little bit below 15 cents, you know, and we were sitting at what, 14 cents, right? So if you guys had some limit order in here, I'm pretty sure that you are a lucky winner, okay, because we are already bouncing back towards the upside. Let's actually have a look at 2-hourly, okay, and 1-hourly. Okay, and 15 minutes. All right, looks like we have closed above. Okay, this is a very short time frame, but obviously, you know, we do have, you know, some bullish reversal towards the upside. And if it comes to Kaspa, guys, I don't think that we have, you know, reasons to being worried about, because it's not only Kaspa that is dumping, but obviously that is the whole market itself. And now, guys, let's have a look at Pepe. All right, our beloved frog. Okay, so now based on the technicals, obviously we had this bull flag, right? And I know I sounded very bullish in the previous videos, right? But obviously that's what technicals were telling me, right? And, you know, we do have that whoopsie doopsie based on what Bitcoin, you know, did, and the whole market obviously followed, right? So, and now, guys, we are bouncing back from, well, let's say if we can identify next level of support over here for Pepe, right? So that will be probably roughly in here. Do we have confirmations? Well, we do have confirmations in here roughly. Obviously, it's not ever going to be perfect, right? But we do have some bounce, okay, towards the upside. So long term, guys, I am still very bullish for Pepe, right? And in general, the whole market, okay? Only because it looks like this doesn't necessarily mean that things are going to be bloody forever, okay? And now, guys, so it depends on your belief. If you guys think that this is a good buying opportunity, well, if we are going to reach all-time highs, well, the previous all-time highs, okay, you are going to basically over 2x your money, not mentioning about new all-time highs for Pepe, okay? Just like Warren Buffett is saying, right? Buy the fear, sell the greed, blah blah blah. Okay, so now, guys, before I'm going to show you some macro charts, okay, I would like to actually come back to the liquidity, and let's see what we can expect in, let's say, a week, on a weekly time frame and on a monthly time frame. That's only Binance, but let's have a look. So we've got a cumulative short liquidation leverage, okay? So that many people are actually shorting the market, and we got 2.4 billion USD if it comes to, you know, liquidations, okay, at these levels, right? And obviously the price of BTC is going to go towards the, you know, liquidity, you know, sooner rather than later, okay? So this is what we can technically expect, you know, in the next week. Well, unless we are going to experience some crazy black swan event, but this is basically what's brewing, right? And now let's actually have a look at a 30-day. Okay, so let me switch it to monthly. So on the monthly, guys, we do have around 3 billion USD, and everybody is shorting the market. Now let's have a look at the heat map. 1 billion, and we've got, you know, 1 billion in here, right? So obviously that move, these liquidations, I believe, are going to come, you know, in levels, right? Hitting these support levels on a chart for BTC, okay? And obviously, you know, everything is going to follow, right? Like Pepe, Kaspa, etc. So now, guys, let's have a look at a couple of charts, actually 2 more charts, okay, to be exact. All right, so guys, we are dipping below that cap and handle, okay, in here, but obviously that's normal because altcoins are lagging behind, okay? But this is how much of upside potential we actually got for our altcoins, okay? So again, the patience is going to be rewarded. And now let's have a look at altcoin dominance excluding top 10, okay? So do you remember when I was mentioning on the channel that we had this huge dump, you know, before we had a proper parabolic run for altcoins? And now, guys, this is exactly the same in my belief that we are experiencing right now, right? So we are dumping again if it comes to dominance, and if we are going to measure this move roughly, okay, I want to be a little bit conservative, that was around, let's say, 40%, right? So at the moment we are sitting at, let's say, 30%, okay? So could we potentially see continuation and let's see, you know, another, let's say, 10 or 16%? Well, guys, that is possible. I'm not saying that is going to happen, but it is possible. If that is going to happen, that would technically coincide with, you know, this level of support. And also on the top of that, you have to remember, guys, that, you know, making money in crypto isn't easy. Move of trillions of dollars isn't going to happen, you know, in a snap of a finger, right? You know, that is going to take time, and people that are paper hands have to be shaken out, right? It's not easy, but it can become easy if you guys are actually going to pay attention and control your emotions. Guys, thank you very much for watching, and I wish you having a great day. Peace and love, crypto.